Hey guys! So you know when you just recorded like a 10-minute video and then your camera stops and says card full? Yeah, that just happened. Anyway, I'm going to try to recap that video and make this quick. And yeah, so self-love. Everybody's talking about it. I thought I would put in my 2 cents today because I just had some thoughts the other day about when you're feeling down and how to kind of practice self-love, especially when your confidence is waning. And yeah, so you don't suck. And if you're saying that to yourself, if you're having a hard day, we're going to push past that. And what works for me is to first, when I'm having negative feelings and negative thoughts, is just to breathe and acknowledge and accept those feelings as being valid and justified and also valuable in a sense, because if they're not directly a positive influence on your life, then they're probably teaching you something. So it's okay. Acknowledge that you have those feelings. Don't negate them, and don't judge yourself for having bad thoughts, because we all do it, and it's human nature. And yeah, be easy on yourself. And then, you know, it's time to try to get out of that and step past that, or push through it, and identify or find things that you can focus on that will lift your spirits, and things that you're passionate about, things that you enjoy doing that leave you feeling invigorated and full and happy. So seek out those things that excite you, and then work to maximize the amount of time that you're doing all of those things. So if there are things that you can remove that you're doing every single day that you know are not productive, that are not contributing to your overall happiness or your productivity, or they're not fostering, you know, a sense of joy in your life, then maybe get rid of those and develop some new habits and integrate some new practices into your day that are going to be more beneficial for you. And everything's got to just start with, you know, an impetus, and it has to have some point of origin. So you're going to have to develop new habits, and that's going to take, you know, waking up one day and starting the day out differently than you normally do. And that can have huge and incredible impacts down the line. So don't be afraid to try new things and to get out of old habits that maybe don't suit you. That can be very hard for me, and it's something that I'm trying to work on. But after that, I think that once you've found a few things that you want to focus your time and energy on, you know, and you're trying to maximize the amount of time you spend doing those things, maybe find friends that are also into that share that interest, that you know, you have common beliefs, and can give you a sense of community to support you in your pursuit and development of those particular endeavors or activities. And this may require getting uncomfortable or challenging yourself to do something that you've not done before, that you've not really pursued, that makes you kind of nervous, but that can be really exciting. So just embrace that and go into the uncomfortable, because the more that you practice getting out of, you know, your comfort zone, the easier that it becomes. And it's only like awkward and weird at the very start. So just tell yourself that it'll be worth it no matter what, and I promise that it will. And if self-love is something that's kind of foreign to you, I think it's important, and it's become important for me to try to allow myself to indulge. And we think of indulgences as being like naughty, and they should, you know, be few and far between, and they're only for rare occasions. But I don't think that that's true, and I think that we confuse, you know, being selfish with just practicing self-love. So do something for yourself every day that's just because. It's just because you enjoy it or it makes you feel good. You know, whether that's take a bubble bath, or, you know, maybe once a week you get your favorite lunch from your favorite spot, or you know, get off of work a little bit early to go sit at the park, or, you know, I don't know, just treat yourself, and don't treat it as being such a, you know, a luxury. It should be more of a regular thing, because I think that we regularly want to do things that show gratitude to the people that we love, and we should be one of those people. You know, we should love ourselves, and so why not treat ourselves in the same way that, you know, we want to treat those around us that mean so much to us. So if somebody else has contributed to you going into this negative kind of mood or cloud, then realize that somebody else's inability to see your worth does not devalue you at all. It does not detract from the inherent worth that you have as a person. You are incredibly valuable, and nothing that anyone ever says or does can change that. Just make sure that your biggest critic isn't the one that's looking at you in the mirror. You know, we so often get into these spirals of self-deprecation and these thoughts that are just self-destructive, and it can be such a negative downward spiral. So make sure that you're being your own self-advocate, because if we're going to have enemies out there in the world regardless of what we do or say, then we need to make sure that we aren't our own enemies, you know, along the way. Let's make it easier for ourselves, right? Be of service. So volunteer somewhere, help somebody out, and not in the sense that you're going to become overwhelmed or it's going to leave you feeling depleted, but again, put yourself out there and be of service to someone else or some other organization or something like that, to kind of extend the focus beyond yourself and, you know, to return to a place of gratitude and to get a little more grounded in that. I think that that's something, again, that's helped me. And if it feels uncomfortable to practice self-love right now, then practice on others. So let it be like a rehearsal. So if it feels uncomfortable to compliment yourself in the mirror, then consciously make an effort to speak out loud the good that you see in others. Tell them, say it to them, and make that something that is a more comfortable practice for you. And then over time, it'll probably become more comfortable for you to do it for yourself, because I think that we should speak that way to ourselves. And if you're not there yet, or it feels off or fake or whatever, well, just fake it till you make it. You know, try some of these things. Try saying little mantras to yourself in the mirror, telling yourself that you're valuable and worthy and talented and you have gifts to offer the world, because it is all true. And highlight the little things that you do well, the things that other people may not recognize, the things that are maybe in your job description that you don't give yourself credit for, the things that you didn't mess up. Give yourself credit for all of those things, because those things count. And you are awesome, and you're doing just fine, and I promise, just keep going. And those things are not little, even if you think of them as being so, because you probably don't give yourself enough credit as it is. Be proud of what you've accomplished thus far. Try to think about all the amazing things that you've already been able to do, and just know that there are opportunities there in the future, and this particular low point that you're at is not the end-all be-all. So think that you are capable of amazing things, and I promise you will just keep going on a path and seeing how the universe shows you that that is true. I truly, truly believe that for all of us, and I hope that this little message gives you a little lesson in how I practice self-love, or how I'm trying to practice self-love, and how I'm hoping to help others cultivate a sense of that in their life. So, love you guys. I hope you're having a good day.